I love working at Duerr.
I love the flexibility.
I love my 3-day weekend.
When you work in the Duerr, you expect a lot of great things.
Pay raises.
Benefits.
The reason I really like Duerr is the people.
You're working among your friends. It's just a positive, uplifting place.
Y a todos son bienvenidos y no los tratan a nadie indiferente, no importa de dónde vengan.
C'est comme une grande famille.
Je dis, j'aime that food.
I think for me, last season was more emotional. I think my mentality, honestly, it wasn't where it should have been. But this season I've been focusing more on the positives instead of the negatives, instead of dragging myself down every point that I lose.
I think that next evolution started last year. She lost the conference final to the Moline player at number 1. Then she came back and won the sectional. And then that took her to state. And so I think she got a taste of that. And especially since that time, I feel like her level has risen a whole lot, especially getting to state and seeing what was there. So I think she just wants to continue what she's been doing and keep that competitive streak running.
Reclaiming a conference crown in Moline last weekend stands as testament to Anika Reddy's heightened, pardon the name pun here, willingness and ableness to make good on a slate of ambitious goals to end her Blue Devil tennis career. That Anika is now a 2-time Western Big Six champ is evidence of her skill with a racket. That she managed to wrest that title back from the same girl that took it from her last fall, an indicator of the sharpened edge now to her game.
All of the coaches and I would most say, as far as her improvement, was just how competitive she is now. And she's always fairly competitive, but right now I think we both feel she works as hard as anybody. I mean, she's worked, especially in big matches, to close out people when she might have let a set slip by in the past, but now she finishes people off.
Anika's skyrocketing tennis trajectory owes many debts here, foremost to her love of the sport, but also to her zeal for mastering any challenge she has served up. On court,
I'd say my strongest part is probably directionals. I think that on the court, when I'm focused, I can hit my spots very well. I also usually have a plan for where I'm going to hit the ball, and I feel like that's what's helped me get the most wins. I'd say one of my weakest parts of my game right now, at least, is my serve. I've been trying to change a couple of different things from last season to this season, and I feel like those changes are still being implemented. So I feel like my serve is just a weaker point in my game, but there are points where it has honestly helped me get more points.
Or in netting one of the highest weighted GPAs in the class of 2026 at Quincy High School.
I wouldn't say I'm naturally organized. I'd say I'd have to try. It honestly just takes a drive to be able to have as many classes as I do and the APs and everything. I will say that I do spend a lot of time, that when I'm not on the court, I do spend a lot of time studying for either tests like the ACT or just regular school. So,
are you competitive in the classroom the way you are and have gotten out here?
Yes, I am very competitive. Whenever I get lower marks on a test, I feel like it just makes me try harder.
Her diligence, analytical approach to life, and considerable work ethic has made Anika not just the current face of Blue Devil tennis success, but a rallying point for the future of the program.
Honestly, I think it's kind of crazy that a passion for a sport can do that. Because I've always loved tennis, but I feel like the second that I got into high school, it got more real for me. It became something that I wanted more. And I feel like with me being seen as somebody who has this huge passion for it, I feel like it's drawing others to be in that same position. And so I feel like it's really cool that you can kind of see all the other girls working just as hard now than they were 4 years ago.
It's a great example. And the other thing, that she does, she's one of my captains. And, we've always made it a point that while we have a player on the court, we stay and watch them play no matter what, in a match, a duel, a tournament, whatever. And she's led that by example. And the girls look at her and they see somebody who does that. So they don't even think about leaving early. You stay until the last Blue Devil's off the court, and she's made an example of that her whole career.
I think it's really important. I honestly am so blessed to have this position. I know that we're losing a lot of seniors this year, and so without us, I really want them to be able to be that example for themselves next year, because that will be a rebuilding year for them without especially half of varsity. So I think it really is important, and I've seen so much improvement within our team, honestly, just these past couple months.
And as far as her own future is concerned, there appears to be more tennis on the horizon.
Yes, I'm currently in the process of being recruited. Not sure where yet, but I am talking to a couple different coaches, so I guess we'll see soon.
As well as a vocational calling that fits both her sharp mind and sense of stewardship to others.
Yeah, I will say I'm in this class right now. It's called Human Body Systems,
Okay.
and I want to go into the medical field, specifically optometry. And so I'll say that right now that class is probably one of my favorites.
Why the fascination with vision in the eyes?
It just kind of started one day, and I've been doing a couple different research projects on the eyes, and so over the years it's just been something that's gained my interest. So yeah.
But for now, Anika's eyes are 100% focused on sectionals and the state road ahead.
I think it's really amazing. Usually, I don't think I've ever been the number one seed. But this year, seeing that I am, and seeing all the work that I've put into it, and the wins, the really tough wins, especially against incredible players, I feel like that really says more to me than a seed. Because it just shows how much work I've put into the sport overall. And I mean, I've been playing tennis forever, so just seeing all of my efforts becoming fruitful, I think that's really important to me.